With the tax filing deadline now come and gone, much debate continues in Washington regarding who gets taxed what. On one hand, the federal government is spending more money than ever before, and on the other hand, tax revenues are shrinking because of the slowdown in the economy. So Joe Cryer, president of Cryer Wealth Management, is here to discuss what you can expect from Washington and what you can do to position yourself. Good morning to you, Joe.
Morning, Stacy.
All right, another April 15th has come and gone. And
I hope it wasn't too bad for everyone.
For everybody, I hope so too. Now a lot of people start talking about Tax Freedom Day. If people haven't heard that phrase, what does that mean?
Yeah, we've kind of talked about it before, but that's the day on the calendar when people have earned enough money to cover their tax bill for the entire year. And this year, Tax Freedom Day came on April 9th, which was a little bit earlier than previous years.
Yeah, hasn't it been usually in May, I think?
Yeah, so putting that another way, it means you've worked all the way up till April 9th just to pay your tax liability to the federal government, keep things running. And there has been years, yes, when it's been as late as May.
Okay, so why did this Tax Freedom Day move back this year?
Well, it's kind of a combination of things. The biggest one has been some of the stimulus packages that have actually introduced lower rates for some households, or maybe tax rebates that have helped people out. So, bottom line is the tax bill was a little bit less on average for every American this year.
All right, let's take a look at some tax laws that are sunsetting or expiring. First up, reduced tax rates.
Yeah, and a lot of the tax laws that have been passed in the last 15 years have had something that's called a sunsetting provision, and it's easier to get a law passed or cross the aisle in Washington if you say, hey, this isn't permanent.
Yes.
This is something that's got a 10-year lifespan to it, and then we're going to change the rules. And, some of the things that are out there are individual income tax rates, estate planning tax rates, retirement account contribution limits. A lot of these things are going to change if nothing is done.
All right, estate tax breaks you mentioned, and then those payroll tax cuts that a lot of people are seeing in their paychecks this year and next year.
Yeah,
right?
Those were actually just introduced a couple of months ago, and if nothing's done, they will expire next year. So really that turns into just a kind of a 2-year tax benefit to people, and we'll see where it goes. Now, expectations are that Congress will step up to the plate and make some changes. And as we sit here, we all know that things are changing more rapidly than we've ever seen them change before.
Let's talk about what President Obama said just this week. He's taken on immigration, he's taken on the economy, he's taken on a number of big topics. And just this week he said, I'm taking on the IRS. He thinks the tax code, like many people believe, is just too cumbersome. Do you think he'll find success in that? Because doesn't every president make that a promise?
Yeah, well, what you run into there is an awful lot of special interests, and he kind of campaigned on, legislation that was pork-free, and we've kind of seen some stuff come down that had some pork in it. So it's one thing to say it, but it's another to actually get that through. The Tea Parties that we've seen, I guess, had about 260,000 people out there sort of protesting against not just high taxes, but complicated taxes. And we'll see, sometimes extreme situations force change. And, there's things floating around there, maybe some version of a fair tax or just something simpler. I believe the tax code right now is about 13,000 pages.
No wonder you need an accountant to get your taxes done. Let's talk about what you should be doing now in terms of your taxes to position yourself for next year. First up.
Yeah, this is a good way to kind of attack this. If you think taxes are going up, we all know the deficit's going through the roof. So the only way to really take care of that is to have an economy that's growing phenomenally, that creates its own taxes, or raise taxes to pay off the debt. If the economy doesn't recover, we're going to have the taxes there. And what we're looking at is the strong possibility that tax rates go up, not only income tax, but capital gains tax. If you have losses in your portfolio, take those losses now. Even if you sell something and buy something, it can't be exactly the same, but you can buy another investment that's similar. You get to book that loss, and if you don't get to use it right now, you can carry that forward into future years.
All right, Joe also recommends you set up a Roth IRA and convert your traditional IRA to a Roth IRA as well. Joe, thanks. President of Cryer Wealth Management, thanks for being here this morning. $36,000 per person in the U.S. is the debt that we're carrying.